So, some background on my hunting experience. I did not grow up hunting. I didn't get into hunting until, probably my late 20s. Now I'm kind of in my mid 30s. Hunting for a couple years now. Have not been able to harvest an animal yet. Hoping to get it done this year. We'll see. To be determined. What is it? I got till from the 19th, October 19th to the 27th is the deer hunt this year in Utah, and for the general buck, so I can shoot buck only. So hopefully we'll get her done. And then just kind of my piece of advice: if you're interested in hunting, don't let people talk you out of it. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, go get yourself a bang stick, kind of do some research for what a good caliber is for whatever animal you want to harvest. Deer, typically 243 is about the smallest most people recommend. Elk, a 30 caliber. Same thing with a moose, something like a 30-06 is probably about the lowest you'd want to go for those. There's plenty of disagreement on on any of those suggestions. But yeah, my dad got out of hunting right when I was old enough to do it. He gave me the choice, asked if I wanted to do hunter's ed and go out hunting with him. But he wasn't big into it. None of my friends at the time were big into it. So it just wasn't a priority. I didn't really care. So I said, no, not interested, Dad, thanks. Probably about 12 at the time, 10 or 12. And so my dad got out of hunting, and then when I was in college, had a good buddy there that he was majorly into hunting, and he got me into it. So I got a deer tag for when I was going there, and it was not a successful hunt. Far from it. It was one that after they did the tags, the state of Utah decided that there's a deficiency of animals in that area of deer, and this is if I'm remembering correctly. And it ended up going from normally the general deer hunt is a week long. This one they shortened up to a weekend. It was a Monday or a Friday through a Monday. No, it was a Saturday through a Monday. It was only 3 days. So Saturday morning came around. Saturday morning was nice. Then a storm was kind of coming in. Saturday afternoon, late Saturday afternoon, early evening, it just started pouring buckets. Just raining. Turned to snow overnight. Temperature dropped 20 degrees. It was just cold and snowy the whole rest of the weekend and into Monday. And I think very few animals got harvested that year out of that unit. They actually had a lot of winter kills that year, which is kind of sad to see that. Go driving around in the spring and you'd run across quite a few winter kills. So never like to see that. But yeah, so then I didn't hunt for probably about 4 years after that. Just 4 or 5 years, just situationally I wasn't able to, just with where I was living at and other stuff going on, just life. And then decided I wanted to get back into it. Bought this guy. It's a Tikka T3. Shoots really nice. It's a 300 Win Mag because I wanted to get something that could go harvest anything I wanted. I have a 243 as well that I recently got. I'm not using that because I just haven't had enough time to shoot it and get dialed in yet. But a lot of people say a 300 Win Mag is overkill for a deer, and I would probably agree, but it'll still get the job done. Just gotta be a little more careful with aim so you don't ruin a lot of meat. But you should be doing that anyways, in my opinion. anyways, I think I'm getting a little off track here. But yeah, so if you want to hunt, just get yourself some gear, find a reliable buddy, more on that later, that knows what they're doing. They'll take you out, maybe even before you get your own tag. Just go out hunting with them for a day or two and see if it's even something you like. I had three, so this is my fourth tag, I guess. I've had a deer previously, spike elk, or an any bull, depending on which area of the state you were in. And then this one, then deer last year, and then this one. And I had a good buddy. He went out with me a lot on my elk hunt. We got opening weekend good. Then I had a medical issue. I get gout in my foot occasionally. Let all the old man comments and jokes throw them down below. Heard them all, I think. And so I wasn't really able to hunt near as much during that one as I wanted because I couldn't do any hiking. And after that first weekend, and for elk hunting, you typically need to do a lot of hiking. Following year was a deer tag. He got his unit. He originally said he was putting in for the same unit I was. At the last minute, he must have changed his mind. So I drew the unit I drew. He drew a different unit. Went out. Wasn't able to get on anything. Saw one or two small bucks that kind of disappeared once I tried to get on them. And that was that. Now this one, he did put in for the same unit as I did. We both drew out. And the plan was, so in Utah you have to put in your draws clear in February for your September, October hunts. So, you have almost a whole year to plan. And he decided his brother asked him to help him instead. So, I can't fault him too bad. But, we did have already planned on drawing the same unit and going out together and seeing if we couldn't get me my first deer. And at the same time, get him a deer. This wind blowing is making my eyes water. Not crying, I promise. So, find yourself, if you can, a good reliable buddy that'll take you out hunting. Do some research online for, deer behavior, for deer habitat. Go out in the summer and look around with your binoculars, find out where it seems the deer are, and you should be good. Hopefully, it just takes a little bit of homework and a little bit of fortitude and a little bit of commitment. But I could have easily went, oh, my buddy's bailing on me, I'm gonna go sit at home, I don't know what I'm doing. But I feel like I've picked up enough that I can at least be out here and walk around in the woods with a gun and safely try to harvest an animal, and feel like I have enough of understanding of where they should be at, as long as we don't get too much of this white stuff on the ground. So, but yeah, don't let your age scare you out of trying hunting. It's fun. And I haven't even harvested an animal. Everyone says hunting's a lot of fun until you shoot something, and then it just turns into work. So I guess I've just experienced all the fun so far. But I would really, really like to get a deer this year, so that I can have me a big old pile of deer jerky in my freezer. And my boy, he is very excited too. He's 4 years old. He really wants me to get one too. And so is my daughter, who's 8. She was wanting to come with me this morning, but it was opening day is just, you always get up here so early, and it was so stinking cold this morning. I don't know if my feet have ever been as cold as they were this morning. I should have thrown on the insulated boots. But yeah, and you know, even to take it further, just in life, don't let, if there's something you want to do, don't let other people talk you out of it. Don't let your age stop you. Don't make up excuses as to why you can't do it. Just make a decision to do it. Yeah, so we'll catch you next time. Hopefully will be pictures of a nice buck ready to be turned into jerky.